Hi guys, if anyone's there. How are you all doing? How's everyone doing? It's been a long day, hasn't it? Hi Jules. Hi Jules. Yeah. I think we're all hi Rosa. Um, yeah, it's been a difficult one for all of us, hasn't it? Really. I've got my scarf on. Look, my purple butterflies. Um, it's been yeah. I'm not really sure quite what to make of it all, to be honest. And I'm not myself. I'm not my normal. I know I'm not my normal bubbly self, but I'm not going to be, am I? I don't think any of us are. So, hey, Rosa. I think what got me was when he started talking about himself, and I just thought, oh, do you know what? I can't do this anymore. I can't listen to this man talking anymore. Um, yeah, I know, sweet, I know. Do you know why? You know why? Because we're normal people. We're mentally stable, rational people. That's the reason it affects us so much. And we have empathy and we have a heart, basically. So it's going to affect us. It's going to. I hope you guys are okay. And I've been worrying about all of you lot as well. How it's affecting you and how you're feeling about it all. Um, there was just too much laughing. There was, Rosa. I found that quite hard to get my head around. Was that it was like, but then the interviewers could have been doing that on purpose to put him at his ease. I don't know, but I found that quite weird as well. Um, you don't have to upload anymore if you don't want to. If people want to listen, yeah, yeah, no, I know, no, I know. It's not, but Jules, it's. I just, yeah, I know. It's up to everybody else. I mean, I can upload more, but it's up to everybody else how they feel about it and whether they want to. I know that there are lots of channels that are doing the same thing, and I don't want to kind of go over old ground with what everybody else is doing. Um, it's okay either way. Okay, Rosa. Um, I just want to make sure you're all okay. Are you all right? Are you all okay? Yeah, me too. It's there's so many there. Do you know what? There are so many things about it all that just don't add up. Just don't. Um, I've got a cuppa. Well done, Jules. I've drunk so much tea today. I've got coat now because I don't think I can stomach any more tea. I've literally just drunk. I've drunk about 15 cups of tea today. Um, hi, who's this? Hi, Barry. Hi, Barry. How are you, sweetie? How are you coping with everything? You all right? Thank you, Barry. Same to you. I send all of you virtual hugs. Thank you, though, Barry. That means a lot. Thank you. Okay. So I don't know what you want me to do. I don't want to do anything. I don't want anybody to. I don't want to do anything that people are going to find uncomfortable or are going to be upset about. Or I worry. I do worry about what people think. So I just want to make sure that everyone's okay with So he sat on top of her and they were talking there, and he put his hands on her neck to choke her. I don't believe, no, it's that, yeah. There's so many things, there are so many things that don't add up, that just don't make sense in what he's saying. Nothing makes sense. So many points in there that you just think, no, that's not right. It's not right. Good day. Hi, Brenda. Hi, sweetie. Hope you're okay. You all right? No, none of it makes sense. It doesn't. Claim they had sex that. Well, yeah, I know. That doesn't make sense either. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you, Twisted Tiara. Thank you so much. What a great name as well, Twisted Tiara. Thank you, sweetie. Goodbye. Who's saying goodbye? Barry, have you got to go, hun? Oh, Barry's got to go. Bye, Barry. I hope you're okay. Is he all right? Is he all right? But yeah, there were lots of lots of things that just didn't make sense at all. Hi, who's this? Rumpy. Hi, Rumpy. Hi, Rumpy. Oh, that's Jules. Lisa, do what you feel is right, honey. Do you want to talk out your thoughts? I want to do what everybody else wants to do. I want to make sure that everybody. Hi. Right, Marcy. How are you? Are you okay, honey? I've been worried about you. Are you okay? Marcy. I'm sure she won't mind me saying. Hi, Kendra. Marcy is a friend of Shanann's. When I said that we had a friend in here of Shanann's, that's Marcy. So I want to make sure she's okay. Are you okay, honey? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it does. I can't even imagine. How you're feeling right now. I really can't. I can't even imagine. But I'm wearing, Marcy, I'm wearing this for Shanann and the babies. I've got purple butterflies on my skirt, look, on my scarf, look. Purple butterflies, which I thought was kind of appropriate. She likes purple, and hopefully she's now floating like a butterfly, I hope. And for the children as well, the same for the children. But yeah, I hope you're all okay. I'm just worried. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to upset anyone. That's all. I'm really worried about that. Oh, thank you, Marcy. I hope so. I do hope so. My keyboard is having an issue. I can't access any emojis, so a kiss will have to. A kiss is always sufficient, Jules. A kiss is always good. Kiss to you too, honey. Twisted Tiara, thank you, sweet. And Kendra, lovely to see you back as well. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of emotion, not just for the people doing the channels, for everybody watching, for everybody. It's emotionally draining, don't you think? It's just so hard. It's so hard to take in so much in such a short period of time, and because we're normal, I think that is the only way that I can say it. Hi, Pepsi. Hello, sweetie. Draining. It's a nightmare. Yes, it is, Marcy. And I think if you're a normal person, you need to kind of get your head around it in bits. I don't think it's possible to do the whole lot in one go. It's just not possible. I think you need to gather your thoughts in between, which is what I did, and I think what you all did. And you were so lovely to to let me kind of go off and do my thing, and then you talked amongst yourself. You're just all just so lovely, and I'm so lucky that I've got some amazing people here, absolutely amazing. Hi Debbie. Hi Debbie, how are you? Are you okay? He almost say his mum and dad never like he did say it. He actually did say it. He did say that he said his mum and his sister did not like Shanann. That's exactly what he said. Oh, just so I've got the cat right next to me as well. I think the cat knows what's going on, I'm sure. But it's hard, yeah, it is hard. Okay, so I have got the last part of the I saw no trolls on your channel. What's this? I saw no trolls on your channel. Where? Yes, I know. That's amazing. I was expecting it, to be honest, because there's always going to be trolls everywhere, isn't there? So, so yeah, that was good. But I've got some great mods here as well. I've got some great spanners that might have done it before anybody even noticed. So, all credit to them as well. They're amazing, amazing, amazing people. You're all just lovely. I'm very lucky to have you all. Thank you so much. How was the audio? Did you hear what's and what you feel? Hi Lisa, did you hear what's and what do you feel about it, sweet? Hi Wesley. Hi Wes. Yeah, I've done a couple of live stream audios. I don't know if you've seen them. But I don't know how did you hear it okay? What was the hi Linda, hi sweetie. I don't know what the audio was like, whether you could hear it okay. What was strange was what he said about the girls. He said 45 to an Annie couldn't save his. That's it. If it wasn't that to me, that's premeditation. To be in a car with your children for 45 minutes. And do you know what really got me? What really got me, and I bet you will all remember this too, was when he said that he put 2 plastic bin liners on Shanann so it wouldn't upset the girls. He put one on the top and one on the bottom while she was on the floor of the car, not to upset the girls. How does that even make sense? How does that even work? That really shocked me when I heard that. I just thought, wow, I'd say that's worse, isn't it? Is that not worse? That it's I can't make any sense of it. I can't. It just doesn't make any sense. And the way he was talking about it as well, it's just like, oh, I was looking for emotion. I was looking, oh, I don't know. We're not going to find it, are we? We're not going to find it because he's not like us. Oh, absolutely, lady. Hi, lady. Yeah, I agree with you absolutely 100%. It would upset the girls more. Of course it would. It goes without saying. That's exactly what I thought. That was my thoughts exactly. That is going to make it worse. He's obviously, there's something skewed. There's something skewed going on. Hi, Elizabeth. What's Elizabeth? In the audio, she said Cece was... Yes, I noticed that as well, Elizabeth, but she wasn't. So that again doesn't make sense. It's not. And I don't. You know what? I don't think the investigators believed what he said either. I don't think, because they kept saying curious. So at one point they said, oh, curious, and there were a couple of times that they were like, well, we don't really, you could tell they didn't believe him anyway. Plus he contracted his work chaps before the murders not to go. Yes, exactly. So that's premeditation in itself, isn't it, Wes? I mean, the fact that he made that phone call, he knew that there weren't going to be... He's lying. Why is he still lying? I don't understand why he's still lying. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense why he's still lying. They've asked him to be completely honest. that he's still lying. It just doesn't make any sense. And also the bit where he said that Nicole told him to delete all his messages. Why would she do that? What reason would she have for telling somebody that she believes has murdered his family to delete all the messages? Why would she do that? It would be the opposite, wouldn't it? You wouldn't do it. And also the bit where what else she say? She said, oh, she asked who he was. She said, I need to be sure. And she was asking questions like, what's the name of your dog? And what's this and what's that? And then just to make sure that, and they said, oh, well, why would she do that? And he said, oh, to make sure it was me that was talking to her. She didn't want to be talking to somebody else. And they said, well, who else could she be talking to? And he said, oh, well, it could be Shanann. Or, you know, she didn't want to think it was Shanann on my phone. And they were saying, well, surely Shanann knows the answers to those questions. Shanann knows the name of your dog. She knows. And he didn't know what to say to that. And for some reason, they didn't go into that, which is something I would jump on immediately, because it doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. Because, of course, all the questions that she's going to be asking him, Shanann's going to know. So I'm going to go Pebsy. Oh, Pebsy, bye, sweetie. It was lovely to see you, though. Thank you so much for being with me and being my friend. And your mum as well. Is your mum staying? Or I don't know if she's in, actually. I haven't seen. Hi from Italy. Hello, sweetie. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Veronica. Hi to you in Italy. Whereabouts in Italy are you, honey? Bye, Pebsy. Lots of love. Mwah. Love you, love you, love you. I'll speak to you soon, okay? Thank you, sweet. Lady. Hi, lady. This is my first time commenting. Oh, thank you. Oh, lovely. Thank you, lady. It's lovely to see you. It's just a shame that I'm meeting all these new lovely people in such horrible circumstances, but thank you for sharing it with us. Thank you. Thanks, lady. But I'll tell you what, you're in a lovely room here. You really are. These people are amazing. Just amazing, all of them. Just been absolutely fantastic. So you're in good company, very good company, very good company. Oh, where's Marcy? Marcy, what do you make of it? Yeah, Marcy is a friend of Shanann's. So I've been worried about her the whole time. I've been really worried about how she's feeling. Hello. Say, if everyone can say hi to Lady. She's new in here. Make her welcome. Yeah, it's just insane, isn't it? It's just the whole thing. I'm trying to bring myself to play the last bit of the recording, but I don't know if I can. I might have to leave it until a little bit later. I'll have a chat with you first and see how you're all doing. I've been so worried about you all because I know how much you care about all this and how important it is to all of you. So I've actually been really worried about you all. I hope you're all okay. I'm going to find and watch the last bit I missed. I'll be back. Oh, Debbie. Do you know what? No, listen, I'll play it. Do you want me to play? If people want me to do it, I'll do it. It's absolutely fine. I'm quite happy. If you want to go and watch it somewhere else, absolutely fine as well. But do you want me? Shall I just put it on? I'll just stick it. I don't know who's seen it, who hasn't. Yeah, I agree with you, lady. If it wasn't for Nicole Atkinson, we would not be here, I'm sure. Okay, I'm gonna stick it on. Okay, the last bit, just to. Okay, I'm gonna carry on. All right. I hope you don't mind me sitting here while. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. People are saying they haven't heard it, so okay. As long as you can hear it, okay. Can you hear it? As long as the audio is okay, then Okay, here we go. I want to make sure you can all hear it okay. Right, let me stick it there. Here we go.
You've taken steps to get past that. So, yeah, we might come back after lunch if that's all right. That's fine. Okay, cool. Maybe we'll see if I can grab somebody. So, what are you guys planning to do?
I think I had the better drive.
I think you probably did too.
It was like 50 minutes. It was like 2 hours.
Yeah,
it was snowing. It's pretty nasty.
Lake effect. Yeah, the wind's blowing. Not like wind like Colorado then? It's a hell of a lot colder. Yeah.
Well, the roads aren't getting cleared like they would get cleared in Colorado. Yeah. I think they just have so much.
Yeah, it just comes in and just dumps.
Yeah.
Colorado just melts within a couple hours. Right. Just, honestly, I haven't seen it melt here since I got here.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone's houses are just piled, like, oh, it's the next snow, and they just pile it off. So it doesn't look like anything melts.
No.
Just the problem. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you guys go outside for rec or anything? Or?
No, not when it has to be over 50 degrees.
Oh, so you won't be out for a while.
No, they have like a rec, like a little basketball court down the hall from where my unit is. So we get there about 5 days a week for like 40 minutes.
Nice.
So it's a good chance to just get out and just run around a little bit, just stretch your legs a little bit.
Yeah.
Any weights or anything you can use? Yeah, there's some weights. Now we go with another unit, and they're it's the infirmary unit that goes with us, and most of them are like in wheelchairs and whatnot. So kind of like I just let them do. I don't want to get in the way. Just like let them there's like the pull downs and the lats and all that kind of road machine and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, but I think they have like a track or something out there you can run around. Once we can go outside. Colorado, they let you go outside. Like, I never went outside, but like at the DRDC, they just said, "Do you want to go outside? Let you go outside. That's cold." Thanks.
Buyer beware.
It was like, "When you want to wreck today?" You're like, "No." No, it's like 30 degrees outside. You can go outside if you want. So, okay. But their version of wreck was like they put you out in a little cage and let you like kind of walk around for a little bit.
Yeah.
At DRDC. It was a little different there. If we don't want to come back, I just want to let you know I talked to your dad the other day, and just to get your property released to him. Oh, the phone and stuff? Yeah, your phone and what else?
Wallet.
Your wallet. Okay. Yeah, and we have some other things too. So, but I have to wait for the DA to release all that stuff and red tape crap. So. Gotcha. But then we'll send it off to him. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I know he wanted my phone just to take pictures on that. That's what he said. Yeah. I think I had that phone since like 2016, so there's a good amount on there. Yeah.
And if we don't make it back today, it's going to be because of some of their scheduling. It's not that we don't want to talk to you some more.
It's fine.
There's more things we can't talk about.
Okay.
But if we don't make it back, that's why.
Okay. Yeah, it's a holiday, so I figured they'd be pretty much open.
Yeah.
So I didn't see many people walking through the hallways and then came down here. Usually there's a ton.
Of visitors or what?
No, just a ton of people, just like workers walking up and down.
Oh, I see.
Sparse.
Yeah, it did seem sparse, didn't it?
That was one thing I was shocked about when I walked around here. I was always used to seeing everybody in handcuffs walking around hallways. Here.
That is interesting, right? I thought the same thing. I couldn't tell who was who.
Yeah, it's like
you can't necessarily tell.
You see the red tag, it's like an inmate, but it's somebody else. It's somebody who works here.
Oh. Or
like somebody that's like actual civilian who works here.
So then you're not in the shackles and handcuffs that often?
I haven't been since I got here.
You're kidding.
Huh. That's why I was amazed. I was like, when the guy took me in the hallway, I was like, anything? No, just keep walking.
Yeah.
That's my psych counselor was saying, this isn't a max when she first got here. Like, no, it's just like max or something. They just like, if you don't want to act up, they'll put you in.
Use it, you'll earn enough shackles back.
Oh yeah, they'll put you in handcuffs, take you to the hole. Yeah. And then they'll ship you out of here.
They have a solitary here.
Oh yeah. They'll strap you out to a bed.
Oh yeah? Jeez.
You can't move.
Yeah. A reminder of Yeah, behave, right?
Yeah, it's like don't
You need it.
Don't pass food. Don't pass anything that's not yours. Otherwise, you're gonna.
Do you get to buy like commissary and stuff?
It's different here. It's like a bubble sheet instead of like Colorado is like a little touch screen you can do. But here's like a little Scantron. You send it off to like Missouri, and it's the same company, but it just takes longer to get here. Yeah, just
Like what kind of stuff can you buy?
like ramen soup and peanut butter and oatmeal, like lemonade mix, stuff like that. I usually just get the oatmeal and the ramen soup.
Do your parents put money in your books?
Yeah, I'm not sure how like that restitution stuff's gonna work. I'm sure like that'll like whoever sent the money on the canteen will probably like it'll take a little bit of it too.
Oh yeah. That's right. Okay. Great. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, thank you.
One sec.
We came back.
How's it going?
Thanks, man.
It was macaroni and cheese and a bun and some milk. So it was good.
Oh, that's not
It's milk
bad.
with everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chocolate milk or regular
Oh,
milk?
just regular milk.
Oh.
Chocolate milk's, I guess that's like, I don't know.
Special.
That's special.
It is a holiday today, you know that.
I know, but I think they had chocolate milk on Christmas. A little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got milk with everything here, obviously, the state, so.
Yeah.
A lot of dairy.
the dairy state.
So they got cheese with a lot of stuff too, so.
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
We brought you some non-lactose Powerade if you'd like it.
Seriously?
Yeah, all yours.
Oh, thank you. That's cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. So we don't want to take you, all day, and we really do appreciate being able to sit down and talk with us. There's a few things we want to kind of clear up, wrap up, and then if you have any questions for us, that'd be fine too. So let me forget. Did you want to talk about Ronnie real quick or no?
I talked to your dad. We were at lunch.
Oh, okay.
And a couple things we talked about, your property and, waiting on the DA's office. But then the reason he called was Dave Cohen. Yeah, he's going to go pick up some of your personal items out of the house today. So, yeah, so I'll let you know that. Yeah.
He doesn't even know we're here.
No. Oh, okay. No. Yeah. He just lives like around the corner from me, so that'd be good. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of times when anybody goes over there, they usually call just so I can give everybody a heads up. That way, I don't have an issue. Neighbors call and say, somebody's getting into the house. Okay. So that's how we do that. Okay. Has anybody been like checking on the house, making sure like pipes haven't broken and all that kind of stuff? Water's off. Okay, good. I do know that. I was worried about like, sprinkler and all that stuff. I usually blow them out and all that kind of stuff. Right. Yeah. I don't know if anybody was actually going through it or watching it or anything. The water's been off for a while. I do know that. The power's still on there. Oh, it is? Yeah.
So, fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know how you want to look at it, but we need to get a tiny bit more into the weeds and into the mechanics of the time that you showed up at the house when Officer Coonrod was there, till the time when we were all done talking.
Okay.
So that includes at the house, that includes at the oil site, and everything. Okay. And part of the reason we need to get into that is, I mentioned before how we're just really want to get into the mindset of what happened. And you can imagine this is really important for us in the future when we're talking to a guy that's in your position to say, this isn't really a monster. This is more like a Chris Watts. And boy, we remember with Chris, had we asked this or had we done this, we really could have been better. And so that's why we want to get into the mechanics of it a little bit more with you. And that's going to mean exactly how, exactly when, where were you, what was, Shanann wearing or all of that, right? So we really just need for you to take a deep breath and get into it with us. And would it be all right if we ask you some specific questions? Okay. So one of the first things we want to talk about was when you came home. So this is after they had passed, and you came home and met with Officer Coonrod. One of the first things we see on the video is you walking into the garage and then into the Shanann's car. Remember what that was about?
In your car?
Yeah, like I think you opened the door or something?
Yeah, you opened the passenger door, and it looks like you were looking for something, or maybe you picked something up. Do you recall what that was? Not that I'm aware of. Not looking for anything, but maybe just opening the car door to see if Sir Alex, I think Nikki was saying, I think I see the car seat still in there. Yeah. Something like that. And I was, when I opened up the door, I looked at him just to, it's like the first reaction of whatever, everybody's just waiting, pretty much waiting to get in the house. Right. Okay. So I wasn't looking for anything as far as specific or anything, but I was just, I don't know, just reaction going in there, and I know everybody's there. I don't know what's going to happen when they share a house. Just out of nervousness, maybe? Yeah. A lot of it was out of nervousness. Sure. Okay.
And then backing up a tiny bit, I jumped forward too far. So she comes home at 2 in the morning. She gets into bed. Was when you guys had sex together, was that pretty quickly after she came home?
I think it was around 2:30 because I felt like she'd be in bed for a little while.
A little bit. Okay. And forgive me, it's not a pervy thing, but she woke you up.
Yeah, she was just. I could feel like a hand was on me, rubbing my leg or my chest or something like that.
And then that was, signal it's go time type thing.
Pretty much. Okay. She was like, yeah.
Okay, I get it. And then that was maybe half an hour after. Mm-hmm. And then after that, is there any talking, or was it just kind of
just
quiet in the middle of the night?
Yeah. Okay. I just felt her hand around me. I'm just like, what?
Time to go. Yep. Yeah. Okay. That's funny. All right. Then a couple hours of sleep. Alarm goes off. Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess what I don't understand is, so then there was some talking, and then how did you get on top of her? How did that happen?
It's like when I got into bed, because she was laying. When she was sleeping, she was laying face down, which she really never does.
Okay.
And I just got into bed and I kind of nudged her, and then she kind of rolled over, and then I was just right there on top of her.
Okay. And so that was after you'd gotten ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you go down, you make your food.
Oh yeah, I got cottage cheese and another couple things I made my food that day.
Okay. And then, so we talked a little bit earlier today about, there was all of these things playing in your mind where you just didn't even want to go another second without having this conversation or without some sort of completion, right? Mm-hmm. And then so you come back, she's asleep, and then you just kind of nudge her?
Yeah, I just kind of hey, look up for a second.
And was there nudge talk for 20 minutes, or was it just nudge and then all of a sudden you're on top of her?
No, she's pretty much on top.
Okay, so that happened pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's how we kind of pretty much talked.
Okay.
I was just right there.
And was there talking?
Yes.
Okay, and so a nudge, a talk, she's laying down and you're standing up.
I crawled back, I got on my side of the bed, and I just nudged her like that.
Oh, okay. And then you're talking while you're on top of her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That seems confusing to me. Is that actually what happened? Okay. And so...
She was fine, just laying there, trying to talk to her while you're on top of her?
Maybe I thought we were going to have sex together or something.
Oh, okay. Okay. And how long did you talk?
About 15, 20 minutes.
Really? In that position? Okay. And was there any sex?
No.
Okay.
Maybe basically from the position we were in, she maybe thought maybe I'd try to go again. I don't know.
Okay. And I don't want to harp on it too much, but I'm just trying to think, if my wife's 4 months pregnant and it's 5 o'clock in the morning and I want to talk and I want to get on top of her, that's just not going to fly. So that's why I'm confused. So, is that really what happened? Okay. And then talk for about 15 minutes and then it's heated and then your hands are on her neck. Okay. All right.
What did the talk consist of?
Basically, just about how at first it was more of selling the house type of thing, or not going to Aspen, or trying to maybe go in at a different time, and then I just switched all to the, I don't feel like I'm in love with you anymore, not compatible. Went to that, and that's when I got to the heated part of it.
Okay. Did she ever say at some point, get off me or anything like that?
At the end.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I don't want you to feel like, because where I was, it's kind of like she didn't want me like to, sit down or like hurt the baby or anything like that. So it was just kind of,
Did she accuse you of cheating at that point?
mm-hmm.
So what'd she say?
Like I knew there was somebody else. I didn't come out and just say, that there is somebody else, but she obviously already knew.
No, your response to that was what? Did she say, no, there's not? Deny it?
I just denied it, but at that point, because when she would accuse me at the beach, it was a lot of like, there's nobody else, there's nobody else, or like, and when we got back home, she always like said there's got to be somebody else, because she'd always talk to her friends like Christina or somebody on text messaging, and they'd always say there's got to be somebody else, that he's not wanting to sleep with you, like he's getting it from somewhere else, and there's nowhere else. She couldn't really say I would get anywhere else because I was using those Android gift cards, so it's kind of like, she just made me getting distant, but she knew, and that's mainly the reason why I talked to her, because I knew, like, after that night, it was just like, I just felt guilty, more guilty than ever before.
Yeah. And then it seems to me, and sorry, I had a lot of thoughts here. So we know what happened, and we can talk about it today kind of openly. And that's what we need from you, is to just kind of say, I know it sounds bad, or I know this, or I know I feel this way, but physically this is exactly what happened. So if you could tell us that, it seems then that it would have had to been a pretty quick transition from two people talking to this, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was like, I don't want to, trying to think of the last things we were talking about, but it was, I don't feel like I love you anymore, and then she's like, you're never going to see the kids.
Oh, that was it. That's perfect, Chris. That's exactly what we need. Okay. And I know it's hard to walk through that again, but that's exactly what we need. So then, as soon as she started talking like that, then it was on. Okay.
But it was you saying that you didn't love her, is that right? Okay.
And her saying, you're never going to see the kids. Yeah. Okay. I can imagine how that made you feel. I'm sorry.
It didn't warrant what it did.
Yeah. And then the fact that she didn't scratch at you or anything, is that just because it was so powerful?
I don't think it, I didn't feel like I've never done that before, put my hands on anybody before, so I don't even know what kind of force I was putting on her neck.
Okay.
Like I said, 2 to 4 minutes, I don't know if that was 2 to 4 minutes.
Did you cover her face at all during that time?
Both hands on the neck. Okay. And so if it's done right, that can be a matter of seconds before someone on their carotid loses oxygen to their brain and is out, right? Did it seem like it was that quick, or? Okay. Maybe a minute, maybe 2? Okay. Screaming? Okay. All right. Did you see eyes go bloodshot or anything like that? Okay. Okay. And
You kept talking about the mascara. Did you see mascara on her face?
It looked like it was like, that's what I attributed it to.
Was she crying? Is that why? At what point did she start crying?
When we were talking about the relationship, about not being compatible. And when she's talking about there's somebody else, that's where she started crying. That's where I thought, it was mascara. I didn't know if it was it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Was there a pillow or something you were asking?
Yeah, so was there ever at any time a pillow or the sheet or anything involved in like that on her face specifically? No?
Like the sheet I kind of wrapped around to get downstairs.
The one that was at the site? Okay. And then the other sheets, they were in the trash. At what point did you put those in there?
I think that was
obviously after I was in the house.
Yeah. I I think it was probably the next day or so. I think it, like, I don't know. I'm not sure, like, what happened. This is hard to talk about, like, when string us out, like, sometimes, I guess they used the bathroom. So it was like, I think that's one of the major reasons why, because I think that had happened.
Oh, okay.
You said she was sleeping face down at one point? Was her face in the pillow, or is it turned to the side? How did that?
Kind of like on the side. She was kind of like a side sleeper, but she was more down than usual.
Okay.
But then she rolled completely onto her back when you start talking to her.
Now, as hard as that was, I think we need to talk about the girls too, okay? All right, thank you. So with the girls, we talked about how they got into the truck with you and were alive, okay? Are you 100% sure that's true? Okay.
Can we ask, go back just a second? You talked about before that Bella walked in, though, to the bedroom. Can you tell us about that before you left?
Yeah, I was just getting the sheet off the bed, and she had walked in, and she had her little pink blanket with her. She was like, what's wrong? Jumping on me.
And where was Shanann at that point?
Yeah, just pretty much on the bed, but she was face down.
Wrapped in the sheet? What'd you say?
I just said, she doesn't feel good. That's why I tried to carry her downstairs.
Shanann? Okay.
Did you carry her like this? Did you drag her? How did you do it?
Attempted to pick her up and take her down, but I lost the grip after a little while and just had to pull.
Did Bella see you do that? What was Bella saying?
She started crying a little bit. She's like, what's wrong with Mom?
And what'd you say that time?
I said, she just doesn't feel good. She's a smart girl. She knows what's going on there.
Mm-hmm. Did she ever touch Shanann? Try to wake her up or anything? No.
She didn't want to see her or ask to see her or anything? And so that initial time, did she see you put Shanann in the truck? So she was kind of following you? Okay. So she followed you and you put Shanann in the truck. Okay. And then what?
Cece wasn't up yet. Right. She was just in her room. She was getting ready to get out of her bed. And then they were just walking around the house. I was with my lunchbox and stuff in the truck, and then grabbed the kids and I put them in the bench seat in the back.
Okay. And so Shanann, is she kind of on the floor in the back? And they're just on the bench? Okay. And both alive at that point? Okay. Is there any reason you would feel uncomfortable to tell me that they were not alive at that point? Okay.
Wasn't it a video or anything?
It's hard to see. Okay. And I believe you. I'm just, I'm trying to make sure that I'm giving you all the opportunities to be comfortable enough to tell me exactly. Okay.
And they were like,
okay.
trust me, I hear that every day when Bella was talking to me on the site.
Oh, really? What do you mean?
When she said, Daddy, when we were driving to the site, she said, Daddy, it smells.
Oh. Okay. So that goes back to maybe Shanann evacuating herself.
I don't know if it was that. That smell like a skunk maybe sometimes.
Oh, okay.
So I got some kind of smell that way, but I don't know what that was from.
And was that maybe outside the truck or was that in?
I don't know.
Okay. What did you guys talk about on the way out?
They were pretty quiet. They just, laid next to each other.
Okay.
Maybe Bella in her lap and Cece in her lap, just back and forth.
Oh, okay. Just trading off like little ones do. Okay. Were they awake?
I think one would kind of fall asleep, the other one. Cece would. They kind of trade off back and forth.
Were they talking to you?
Just about, just saying, Daddy, it smells.
Oh, okay.
It was early in the morning. They were showing up that early.
Yeah. Okay.
You didn't have to wake Cece up?
No, there was the noise from trying to get Sharon down the stairs.
Did she kind of fall down the stairs?
No, it was more like trying to get her down and like, from the steps, maybe her foot hit the next step kind of thing. They're light sleepers.
So then, once you get to the site, tell me what happens.
So I get to that one site and I get Shannon out to that. Go over to the part right off the site there.
Okay.
And the girls just go in the truck.
Okay.
Did they ask you what you were doing, taking mommy out, or?
Yeah, I don't remember what I told them, but they did ask that.
What they say specifically?
It was more like, what are you doing to mommy?
Okay. And then is that when you buried her?
I don't remember if I dug a hole there first or, they didn't watch me do that.
Okay. So then hold Shanann out. She's maybe just sitting there on top of the ground?
Yeah, like off to the side.
Off to the side, close to where she ended up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. And then the girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You mentioned Bella was first. Cece was first, okay. Where exactly was she when it happened?
In the backseat.
Okay. Was she just right next to Bella?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so once again, was it hand over her face? Was it?
There was a blanket over and my hand.
And then your hand. Okay. And then so that just stopped her from breathing type thing? Okay. Did she struggle at all?
I don't think so, but I was blocking her face and my hand was right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had one hand here and one hand over her mouth?
And were you just pushing her against the back of the seat type thing? Okay. What was Bella doing?
Sitting there next to it. She didn't know what was going on.
Okay. Could she see you? Okay. And then, did that take a minute or two?
Nothing. I didn't have no concept of time at this point.
Okay. Tell me about what you were thinking.
I was thinking this would have happened.
Yeah.
Or any partial hint of what I feel for those girls and what I feel for my wife, but none of this would have happened, so I wasn't thinking.
Okay. So she's in the back seat. Okay. And then once she's gone, then is it Bella next, or did you pull Cece out?
I pulled Cece out.
Okay, so once Cece's gone, Bella's still there in the car alive, and then you pulled Cece out. What'd you do with her? Okay. So she went into the tank, and Bella was still in the back of the truck alive. Okay. With regard to that tank, did you bring up Cece, put her down, open the hatch?
Brought her up, opened the hatch.
And then put her in. Okay. When we talked the very first time we met, when we were talking about this, it was a matter of just lowering her down. Okay. And so she went in feet first. Okay. Was she able to fit pretty well? Was it snug?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Okay. Did you have to move her around a little bit and get her in there?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
No, I didn't have to hit her
Okay.
my back.
It's not like you stomped her in.
No.
Okay. And then close the hatch.
Yes.
Okay. And then went down to Bella. Tell me what happened there.
She said what happened to Cece. Or she asked, is the same thing, the exact same thing that happened to me as Cece.
Did she ask you that? Okay. So Bella's pretty smart. How does she sound when she asks you that, Chris?
She said that soft voice she always had.
Yeah. And what exactly did she say?
She said exactly the same thing that happened to me as Cece. And then I said, I don't even remember what I said.
Okay.
I don't know if I just said yes like a horrible person, or if I just put that blanket over her too and did the same thing.
Same blanket, same way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She said, no, Daddy. That's the thing she said.
Did she say no, daddy, like please no, daddy type thing? Did she say saying don't do it?
She said no, daddy.
Okay. Same way, hand on neck, hand over mouth, or hand over blanket, which is over mouth. Did that take a couple minutes?
Feel like it.
Okay. Then what?
I just noticed she had a couple spots like over her eye or something, and picked her up. Same thing.
And we talked a little bit earlier today about it. You don't remember why a different tank? Okay. And there was no reason?
And they're both the same tanks. I mean, they're just like, I don't know why I did two different things.
Okay. Does one, I never got up there, does one catwalk lead to both?
Oil can go into either tank.
Okay. But if you go up one set of ladders, does that eventually indicate to both?
It's one catwalk.
Okay. Now, Bella was a little bit bigger. Was she harder to get in?
It felt like it a little bit.
Okay. And so is it a matter of just kind of maneuvering her? All right. So then they're both in there. Is there any reason to think they were alive when they fell in? Okay. You're pretty sure? Okay. So once that's done, then what?
Go over to Shanann, clear away some weeds and a big bowl.
Okay. Did you have a shovel?
Yeah, we have a shovel, a rake, and a weed whacker as part of our tools.
With that rake, if I remember right, there was
Part of it was sitting there because it was broken.
Oh, did it break as you were digging or something?
No, when I was raked, when I was like smoothing the ground over.
On this day, it broke when you were doing that? Okay. Was that after you were all done? And it seemed as though maybe the first people that got there saw it. Was it stuck in the ground?
I guess it was like, not like standing up, but it was like laying down.
Oh, okay. Were you planning on coming back?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. At this point then, this is just before then, in a couple of hours, you would make it back home to see Officer Conrad. Okay. And so once she's buried, then
That's when people start showing up, I believe.
did you notice, was she cut or broken or bleeding in any way?
No, I mean, I know like the bloodshot eyes you were talking about. I noticed that at that point.
Okay.
Other than that, no.
Had she partially given birth?
No.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember she had a shirt and things with underwear on.
Okay. That's it. And so at that point, she's okay. Thank you. I know that wasn't easy.
Can you tell us about, obviously, you know, when the district attorney got up and talked about Bella's injuries and stuff,
I didn't want to hear about that.
right? Can you tell us about that?
As far as like her biting her tongue,
And ripping her frenulum, which is that connective skin from your lip to your gum, it was gone. Her gums had it looked like a hole in them and the pathologist said it was from her obviously struggling to get away.
I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
Could it be that that's what happened?
So like, I didn't put my hand like over her, like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, it would have been just downward pressure on her, this area.
I didn't see any of that when I picked that up. Like it was like her lip was like missing or something.
No, see the skin that connects there? That was ripped. Like, it was gone. So it kind of made like a hole in her gum.
I'm just thinking maybe it's like, maybe like if her hand was not her head was like twisting back and forth. Would that have done that?
Yeah.
I had a blanket open. I don't know. Like,
Did you feel her doing that thrashing when you were trying to get away?
I felt her head moving back and forth.
You did?
But I didn't know that.
Could you tell if she was trying to yell or say anything? Or
Only thing was the daddy no, and then like some grunt here and there, and like trying to breathe.
During that time, do you remember getting phone calls from Nicole Atkinson?
After, I think, before she got to my house, or after?
Just any time during that morning?
I think I didn't get one until I saw her on my doorbell camera.
And that was, what, 10 o'clock?
Yeah, that was right around there.
Okay. And so at that time, had everything been done out at 3319?
Yeah, I was at a different site at a pumping unit.
Okay. So you went from there when it was all done. So girls are in the oil, shenanigans in the ground, and maybe a little bit of cleanup. Was there any questions we had about the sheets or any garbage cans or garbage sacks?
No, I think he answered those already.
All right. So then you went from that site to another site to work?
Yeah, because there was at that survey 319, there was a little spill. That's where most everybody showed up there, because that spill that was there. We're trying to figure out what happened.
Oh,
While you're on that subject, we back up. The night before, you had some text messaging about going out there. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that was, I think, Friday that we had figured out there was a spill out there from like his old site, set up a little different. So what had happened was there was a downcomer, and then there's a side comer going into those oil tanks, and one of the downcomers is tied into a back pressure line that split, and every time it was dumping oil, it was split underground, and the oil was coming up out of the ground. And we decided just to go out there on Monday, because it was Friday, and he had like switched it out, or either he shut it in, or he switched lines, or he covered it up and see if it was going to come back or not.
Okay. And then it's more specifically, you text about how you would go out there and take
Yeah, I was
care
going
of
to
it.
take care of it for him, because I've gone out there plenty of times.
Okay.
But I used, when another guy was out there, as far as another foreman, he showed me around out there like a year or so ago, and I just got familiar with the place, and I just went up and out.
Okay.
and so that was a genuine,
Yeah,
that wasn't a pre-alibi. That was
because there's a lot of people that said that you wouldn't normally do that.
I normally help somebody.
No, like a field to your position, not you specifically, but your position doesn't do that kind of stuff.
Well, that's the thing, like when I was a rover and to a field coordinator, I still try to do everything I used to do.
Okay.
That's still like, I wasn't good at delegating stuff. I just used to just doing stuff on my own, or just like taking care of it for somebody else.
Right.
I wasn't good at the whole like, hey, you go do this, you go do that, while I sit over here.
But you see what it looks like to us,
I know,
you know,
it's like,
when it came up, we're
I
like
know.
making plans to be out there, that day.
I know.
But that's not what it was. That
I
was
wasn't-
natural.
No.
Okay.
I was just asking to help them.
So how long were you there? What time do you think you were done with the girls?
Hard to really tell. I mean, I think everybody started showing up there by around 7:45, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So,
And then you were there. Did you say you went to a different site?
yeah, it's like I think it was either the 10:29 or the 6:29 or something like that.
And so how long were you at that site?
The rest of the day until I got called away.
So then that was, you were there for at least a couple hours until you heard Nicole Atkinson on the doorbell.
Yeah.
And then I think there was even more time after that until you started coming home.
Yep.
And you got home at 2 something?
No, it's closer to 1:30
Okay.
around there. Yeah.
So somewhere around, 9 o'clock-ish, all the way till 12:30 or 12 or 1 or something, and then came home.
Yep.
Okay. There was a lot to do about coming home and listening to that Metallica song. Have you heard about that?
I've heard of a Metallica song that people have been, someone sent me lyrics to it called Battery.
Do you remember doing that?
That was Nikki Kessinger. She liked the song, or she just wanted to know what it meant.
Oh,
So that's
why you looked it up.
I just kind of looked at I didn't have the CD with me, so I didn't, I just kind of looked at the words a little bit.
And was that on the way home? Oh, that was just a different time.
That was a different time.
Okay, and so the media probably got a hold of
Coincidence,
that.
because it says Battery.
Right. Okay.
But it's like, it's more about like a family coinciding as a battery.
Okay.
Not like, hitting somebody. Sure.
Yeah.
Why did Nikki want to know what it meant? How did that come
I
up?
don't know. It was kind of strange. I mean, she's very into different types of music, and I mean, music I never really thought I'd ever listen to. And like, she got me into a few things there as far as music wise, but like, Battery was a song that she asked me because I knew Metallica pretty well, and she just wanted to know, like, hey, what's this lyrics mean? And I just looked it up just to look at all the words together and just put it in my head again, and all good. Just made something out of nothing. That's what was strange. I got those lyrics in a letter.
Oh, so now does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some simple lyrics to it.
Yeah.
Like that guy from California.
That was 18 at
yeah.
that point.
That's a senior?
With regards to then when you get home, you and the officers, saw what they saw. You mentioned that you took the ring off her finger. And then the book, did you throw that in the trash? Okay. There was another book, Body of Evidence. Does that sound familiar?
That you had in your cell.
A body of that Patricia Cornwell.
Maybe. Does that sound right?
Probably.
Did that in Low County?
What was that about?
That was just one they gave me.
Who gave it to you?
The deputies.
Not your attorneys or?
Oh no, they couldn't give me books.
Oh.
No, any book that I had was given to me by their book cart that they had.
So you didn't ask for that book or?
No, they just kind of give me like, hey, I read some Brad Thor books. He's like a military guy. And Patricia Cornwell, my grandma always read her books and thought it was, she loved those books. And I'm not sure if that was probably one of the first books, not the first book I read there, but probably the second book I read there. But it was like they gave me, here's 4 books, choose.
What other book did you read? Do you remember?
The first book they gave me when I was in Suicide Watch was, I don't know why, but it's Murder at Something. And I was like, I looked at him and was like, that's the one we got. I'm like, okay. But
They handed you that book by itself, no other choices?
the next book I got, another guy that was, I guess they're overcrowded there. A guy was sleeping on a cot outside my door. He's like, here, try this one. It was one that was based like in the 1800s. It's more of like a situational book, like a time period book. So that was a little more calm. But that was the first book they gave me.
You don't remember what it was called? Murder at Something?
We were at the Truman Center.
Truman Center?
Yeah, I think it was, no, the Kennedy Center. I think it was written by Margaret Truman.
Did you read it? Was it good?
It was decent. I had never read a book in a long time, so it was different. But like some of the books they gave you, like when you're in the hold, I know you're not allowed to have books in there besides the Bible, but the counselors there let me have a couple books, and they just like, here's so much to choose from. That's one they had. I told them like mystery books or something like that, and that's the ones.
It's kind of crazy they're giving them like murder books or mystery books.
You hope that it wasn't some sort of insult or, you can only hope. Okay. What do you think of yourself now?
Back when all this happened, when I was in Will County and everything, I definitely didn't feel like myself anymore. Like when my attorneys would talk to me and talk to some of my friends and like some of the stuff they would say, like I would say good things, but I'm just thinking to myself, how could anybody even say those things about me now, being what happened? It's like people that I knew and that I never talked to again, that like maybe I was like the roommate like back in the day or like went to school with or something like that. Now they're just gonna say that's it's like Chris Watts, that's guy I went to high school, that's the guy like did all this horrible stuff to his family. Now like I know I shouldn't really take to heart what other people think about me so much. It's just a matter of like what God thinks about me, what he thinks, what his opinion is, not anybody else's. I mean, everybody's gonna have their opinion about it. But like before I got in trouble, I I was always the guy, hey, look, they're judge somebody on TV, like that guy that's no orange junction, that guy that's, that killed that guy that raped somebody, like, oh, that guy's horrible. Now and it's like, now like when we come out at like 6 o'clock at night and there's something on the news, like I try not to even pay attention to it. It's like, I don't want to be in that position where I'm judging somebody else, because that's, what people were doing to me. I don't want to be that person anymore, but just hope that I can, step back and kind of look at everything that I've done in my life, and then like up to that point, and just like I did some good things, but no matter of the most important thing, I screwed up the worst. And so if I can at least maybe help somebody, and however much time I have left.
Was it your intent the whole time you were taking the girls out there that you were going to do that to them? Honestly,
it's like when I got there, I didn't think it was gonna, like, you talking about the tanks or just.
Yeah, like, well, just.
I mean, thought process and all this, none of this makes sense. That's why I know you guys keep asking these questions, because it doesn't make sense to me.
I guess, I mean, like, did you could have done it before you guys left.
I don't.
And not had him, alive in the backseat. They could have been with shenanigans in the backseat.
I didn't think about anything really, like, as far as like how everything was gonna happen. I don't know, like, why it happened, like why I left everything out there in the field, and why, like, all this stuff, like, just, none of this makes sense at all.
But to Tammy's point, did you think that they might be coming back, or did you know they wouldn't be coming back?
No, the whole trip out there, I mean, it was like I wasn't thinking. It was like, in my mind right now, I'm thinking back, I'm hoping that I wasn't coherent enough to make that decision to where I knew I was going to kill my girls. I'm just hoping that, like no father would ever want to do anything to hurt his blood and flesh, but I did that, and I just don't understand how it happened. So, I mean, I even read books that say, like, no dad would ever do anything to hurt his children. It just happened. So I always think of myself, like, was I even a dad at one point? I don't know. But it's just gonna take a long, long time to guilt and everything to get this through.
Have you asked for forgiveness from God?
Mm-hmm. It just takes a long time for me to forget myself. And that's one thing that's gonna take me long. So that they can one day forget me too. Stay with
I
it.
think you said earlier that you were so angry at Shemaine or whatever that you were gonna, anyone in your path of destruction or whatever was gonna get it. Basically, is what kind of made it sound like. I'm not saying that exactly right, but why were you so angry at Shemaine?
I don't know if it was just because of separating me and my family, pretty much. Because, I mean, it happened at the wedding. Like, that's the reason they didn't come to the wedding. I mean, I blew up at my family to a point where I said some horrible things to them back in 2012 that I pretty much told my family that, I don't need them anymore. I said, I cussed my mom out. I did all this kind of stuff. I never thought, and I don't know if it was just like Shane coaching me on to do it, or if it was just like rage that was like I'd never seen before. And then I don't know if it was just everything that happened in July, but I can't see my kids, and I'm not sure if they're ever going to go see them again. I don't know. And it was just like, I don't know if that had something to do with it, that something inside me just triggered it, and then just like all that pent up from the wedding and everything, just like, it's like a long fuse that finally just to its end.
What happened in 2012?
There was my mom and Shanann just like from when I proposed to her, it was at the beach, and from then on, it was just like she always went up to Shanann, was like, I didn't need a ring like that when I was your age. I didn't need all these fancy things when I was your age. And just kind of kept boiling over and boiling over, and they never agreed on anything. It was just like, we didn't really need their help to do anything. We just we'll just pay for it ourselves and all that kind of stuff. And, it was just back and forth, and I think maybe my mom just never thought she was good enough. She always thought she was hiding something from me. So,
she always thought Shanann was hiding something? Like what?
And stuff from her past, or
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So there's conflict at a barbecue when all the families got together. And the first, maybe a barbecue that Shanann put together for everybody to get to meet each other. Two families, if you call that. Like when you first started dating.
Oh. I remember we did have something like that, but I didn't remember any kind of arguments at a place like that. I know when I proposed to her, Shanann had her family come down to the beach too. They stayed at a separate house. But as far as a barbecue or anything, I don't remember one that was like that.
Way before then.
Yeah. I remember the time when I asked Frank I was okay if I asked Shanann to marry her. Remember that little get together. I don't think.
So then what was the book at the wedding about?
It was just my mom and pretty much my sister just didn't like her.
Oh.
They just thought, that Shanann had taken me away from them and moved me out to Colorado.
Oh.
Because we were in Colorado when we flew back to get married.
Oh, okay.
Because we went to Colorado for Thanksgiving to visit some friends, and we decided to move out there a couple months later. So that was April. I moved out there April 2012. We got married in November 2012 in North Carolina. So they always thought I was just that she took me away out there. And then
Was there something with invitations or something? Your sisters was to send invitations.
Yeah, there was. Okay, now you're bringing some memories back. There's something to do with that, and then my sister wanted, her kids. My sister wanted her kids as the ring bearer and something else, ring bearer and flower girl. And then Shanann told her no, either Shanann told her no or Jamie backed out because of something else, and then it just all blew up.
And is that pretty close to the wedding?
Yes. Yeah, that was within a couple weeks.
Did they go to the wedding, your family?
My grandma did.
But your parents and your sister did not go.
Ronnie wasn't there either?
No. Nobody was there. It was my grandma was there, and then the dance when the groom dances with his mom, it was I don't dance with Mark's mom and my grandmother.
It's sad, isn't it? I mean, it all comes from a place of love, them loving you and not wanting to get stolen.
It was a great day. I mean, everybody was really happy. I mean, it's always just running in the back of my head. They were never there, and every time they look at pictures, it's just where's they're not there. Never knew if they actually were going to come anyways, but as far as sometimes they'll just all right, we're just going to go just to be there, but they never knew if that was the case.
And so then when Tammy was asking why were you so mad at Shanann, was part of it just this whole family strife?
That's the only thing I can think of right now, because I mean there's no other reason really to be mad at her. We took care of each other our whole 8 years. It was just a good relationship. I mean, it's just if I never met Nikki, would I ever have, thought our relationship was bad? Probably not. That's one thing I always thought about. Like, even Nikki asked me, like, if, I don't want you. She said, I don't want you to leave your wife just because of me. I'm just like, what do you mean? She said, well, just if you met me, like, would you have known? I'm like, oh. So I never thought I would have strayed away from her at all. Like, I've never tried to follow anybody,
Was she checking your phone, or?
She always had my phone.
She was checking your phone? So how did you get past that?
I used my work phone.
To text? And you had some secret apps, right?
That was on my personal phone.
Were you using anything else to have contact with her?
I just texted her with my work phone. And like when Shanann and the kids went to North Carolina, she used my personal phone. And she just told me like to put pictures in an app, and I just found that calculator. I just put, just searched on the app store, like hidden pictures, and this calculator app first popped up.
Like in your iCloud or your whatever isn't linked together, so she would know if you're getting at, downloading apps and stuff like that.
It used to be a long time ago, but when we got different phones, or when our phone contact list would be synced up in the cloud and stuff like that, I couldn't have she had tons of phone contacts. I just couldn't have all that, but it's still kind of linked up at one point. But as far as she asked me to get my own iCloud account, just to kind of free that up a little bit.
How about your Facebook account? You deleted that at some point. When did you do that? And why?
I think it was, got back August 7th. Went to work. I think it was probably August 8th. That's when Nikki told me she told her friends about me. And I just figured, they probably looked me up on Facebook and see that she was pregnant. If Nikki knew probably already, but the reason why I did that.
Yeah.
Did you and Nikki ever fight?
We never fought, but like I said, I had to calm her down a bunch of times.
Yeah, you started to mention that when we were talking to you before about her getting upset about some video or something about being bipolar, or
well,
what are you talking about?
I think either my dad told me about that or John Walsh told me about she made a couple videos when she was just talking to herself, saying that she was bipolar or something like that. But a lot of the things was when she realized that she's the other person in the relationship, that I'd always put my wife first over her, and that's what kind of made her take a step back a few times, and then I kind of calm her down.
Tell me about those times. What'd that look like?
So the first one was probably around July 4th when I had to leave her house, because she wanted to kind of spend most of the day together before she went to a baseball game or something. And when I had to leave, it kind of just made her kind of take a step back and wonder what she was doing. And I just told her hey, just because of what's going, just because I had to leave doesn't mean you have to just take a step. I was comforting her at some point. I don't even know why I was doing it. Maybe I knew I was too far gone at that point, but it was.
Because Shannon's pissed. She's called you 10 times. You were sleeping. You had your day off, and then you go outside to talk to her on the phone and tell Nikki that you need to go home just in case she calls back and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what did she say to you, Nikki?
She was in the shower. She said, okay. And then that's when I was going to talk about calm her down, he's on the phone. So,
and was she we're breaking up, we're not gonna, I can't do this?
No, she said she didn't want to, she didn't think it was safe or it was good for us to see each other anymore that day, the rest of that day, just because of all that. And I'm okay, that's fine. And she asked me to come over later on after she got back from her baseball game.
And so you did that?
Mm-hmm.
So what was the second one like?
It was basically about the same thing. She was, I didn't really know it at one point, but I guess she had set up a couple dates with some eHarmony app or something, and they never showed up. And she'd already made plans with me, and
Wait, what do you mean? She set up dates when she had plans with you?
Yeah.
Why would she do that?
I guess she kind of figured out they weren't going to show up. She went, I guess when she went to the baseball game, they never showed up, and there was another one that never showed up either.
So she's actively dating other people?
I didn't know it until a couple weeks later.
How'd you find out?
She told me.
What'd she say?
She it was one conversation where I actually kind of fell asleep on the couch, and then like she had told me like I'm not sure why she even told me about it, but it was very random, and she could tell that it kind of like took me back a little bit because I figured she would have told me that if she was actively still like looking around. I mean, she didn't have to tell me, but I figured
Do
she
you think
would
she told you though so that it would hurry you up and
make a decision.
you're making a decision?
It might have been, but she never had anybody that actually tried to like fix things as far as like, hey, like I like where we're at as far as like the relationship goes, and actually like I did stuff for her around the house, around her little apartment, and like nobody's ever done that. And she thought it was different. So,
What about our male friend? Where does he stand with her? What's his name?
Yeah.
Jim. Thank you.
He worked in the oil field, North Dakota, I believe, and I guess he's been a friend of hers for a long time, and it's kind of like a shoulder to cry on. There's always somebody that's always been around for her, and I guess he's had a couple girlfriends, and just I guess he's hadn't had much luck, I guess, in that department as far as like keeping girlfriends, and just him and Nikki have always been good friends.
Just platonic friend?
That's as far as as much as I knew.
Yeah.
But I think they just been friends for a long time, especially up in oil field, North Dakota, or whatever he's working now. I think either Wyoming, they go all over the place.
When Sandy and Frank lived in the house for 15 months, what was that like?
It was, it was tough. You want me to wait or no? Okay. It was tough, because I mean, go from just me and Shanann and Bella and Cece to two other people, and then 4 dogs.
Right.
Yeah, Onyx is he's a terror, 100 pounds of this heat-seeking missile everywhere, and like it was cool having more people around, but like it was stressful.
Yeah.
Like because with Shanann, like having 2 dominant personalities in the house, and with her mom there, it was kind of like what her mom would tell her kind of how to raise the kids sometimes, or like, do this, do that, like whenever they were sick, she was like, all right, rub peroxide on their feet, they'll be fine. Just like, what? Okay. And like I wouldn't do it, and saying like, just do that, it's okay. But like, it's just like little things like that, and it was like a clash every day.
Yeah.
It's kind of like every time I got home, I didn't know if Shanann was pissed or if she was okay. Because when they first got there, they didn't have a job yet, and so they were just around all the time. But then, like once they got jobs and stuff, like I think it was a little better for Shanann because they weren't around the house all day. But it was definitely stressful, just vacuuming like every other day.
Yeah.
And just like cooking was great. That was awesome. But and I was always like because they were down in the basement, so I was always really trying to keep the girls upstairs while they were sleeping, so they're running around downstairs, and I didn't want them to wake up. And I know Frank always told me that waking up Sandy early is not good, so it was just just kind of like walking on eggshells a lot.
Yeah, it was stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think that stressed your marriage with the time, or?
I mean, it was 16 months. It was 15, 16 months.
Yeah.
It was a long time. I mean, it was great around the holiday times because they were already there, and like all that was great.
Sure.
Yeah, it definitely. We never really had much alone time.
Yeah.
You always had to kind of plan it out. So.
Yeah. What was her purpose for living out there?
They just wanted to be close to the kids.
Okay.
Just because they're, we FaceTime a lot, but it's not the same as like.
Right.
But 2 kids, it's hard to fly back and forth. I mean, when they went back to North Carolina this past time, it was the first time Cece's been there. She was 3.
Yeah.
First time her brother ever met her.
So were they trying to move to Colorado permanently, or they just?
They were thinking about it at that point in time.
Okay.
But Frank would have stayed. He didn't want to leave. Sandy wanted to leave.
She wanted to go back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a matter of like they knew their house wasn't being taken care of, and they wanted to go back and because they had put their house up for sale for a little while, but never bought.
Okay. What about your financial stresses?
Yeah, the bankruptcy was something I never thought was going to happen. I think I was back in like the 2015, 2016, somewhere around there, but I never thought that was going to happen. And I never thought, a lot of it was from the wedding because they just put it all on credit cards. And so it was just, and then the doctor bills from like, endoscopies and just like girls seemed like they're sick like every month. It seemed like some type of ear infection, which to figure out we just like, put the tubes in their ears and stuff. There was like, different operations here, a couple overnight stays in the hospital for breathing and stuff like that. So it was just, it all mounted up. I mean, I never thought it was that far gone, but,
Was any of that from Shannon's neck surgery, or are those bills pretty well paid up?
Well, I think the bankruptcy never touched the medical part of it, because you have to be like specify the medical part of it, medical bankruptcy, and then there's like regular bankruptcy.
Oh.
I don't think bankruptcy ever touches like student loans or medical stuff. You have to like be specific with that.
Okay.
But I think it just took away like a lot of the furniture that we had bought, and then a couple other things inside the house. To kind of alleviate a lot of the, it took, we had to make the house payment by phone every month, and I had to listen to the bankruptcy spiel like every time, and it's just like, I didn't know how long it was going to take. But apparently it was, once you're in bankruptcy, it's pretty much you never get out of it. It seemed it felt like.
Weren't you guys behind on your mortgage?
Yeah, like earlier in like I think December 2017, and then January, February, March 2018. That's when we took the 401k out, the loan out to pay for that.
How was it that you were spending so much money? What was it being spent on?
Just, kids and just other bills that we had, and I knew the car was getting paid for by the bell, but I never really asked to see I didn't even have access to the bank account in my phone.
Oh.
So I never really asked to see what it looked like how far, but I just know she'd call me and tell me, hey, can you pay the mortgage today? I'm like, yeah, cool. And that was that's from my little 4-wheeler incident where I sold it without actually paying it off yet, and she thought no, you're never touching the account ever. So I'm like, okay, that's cool with me. But I never saw the account for what it was in there. I just here's when I worked at Long Mount Ford, I got my check, I just brought it there.
Yeah.
So
There was a hair care company, I think it's called Monat. Does that ring a bell? You know anything about that? Like maybe hair dye? I don't know. Looks like do you know she did like an auto order through that company, had stuff delivered for any kind of hair care product or hair care dye?
not something. She had little. There was something like a little gift pack she had delivered once every month or once every 2 months. Had a different array of different products in it.
Don't remember where it's from. Okay.
Was we said Monet?
Monat, M-O-N-A-T. No.
Well,
Okay. There was an order that was made, like 251. That's why I asked if it was like an auto order type
that
thing.
might have been an auto order.
Yeah,
It might have been something that I know that Nicole Atkinson, she's into all that stuff. Maybe Shanann got her. Maybe Shanann got her something, or maybe it was something she recommended.
Okay. How about the HOA thing? What happened there?
She was mailing to the wrong address.
Oh,
They changed her address, and she'd mailed to the wrong address for a year. And then we got a letter in the mail where we're getting sued over it. We didn't pay our HOAs for a year. So we had to pay double for either a whole year or a couple months. That sucked.
What happened to all the money that you sent to the wrong address?
Don't know. They said they wouldn't regret it or anything. I'm not even sure what the address was. She said it was just something that she didn't see. I was like, well, I wasn't gonna argue her about it because she did so much. So I was like, I'm not gonna like say what the heck are you doing? No, I'm just like, don't need that to go up. Unless you felt bad enough.
So, Chris, what do you think we could have done better? What could have made you tell us the truth that night? What did you need to hear from us that you didn't?
Not really. I'm not sure what really goes to people's minds when they're in an interrogation room. When I was in there with you and Graham, I was just nervous. I knew I had done something wrong, and I knew you probably already knew or were going to find out. And it's just like, I've watched enough, like TV shows to kind of see like, okay, what's going to happen next type thing. I never knew if that's right, but I think it's just the horror of like knowing what you did and trying to tell somebody else what you did. That's what kept me from doing it, because I didn't even want to admit to myself that I had done anything. So I knew what I had done. I knew how bad and horrific it was. I knew how bad it was going to hurt other people. I just couldn't even admit to myself that I had done it. Because I couldn't even tell my attorneys I did it until like 2 weeks later.
So were you trying to save us from the horror of it? Or
it was just a matter of I couldn't admit to myself. How could I admit it to you?
So do you think any amount of us asking you things different ways would have helped? Or do you think anything would have helped?
I think if maybe you didn't ask about if Shanann hurt the kids, you would ask the other if something in that, a different order of question, maybe it would have came out a different way. Because that's the only reason I remember that for is because that was...
Well, you weren't giving us anything
I know.
else. That was the problem. But
No.
so if you think if we would have said, what do you think?
You would have said, I think you'd have probably had to, if the video didn't show them in the truck, you probably had to have lied and just said, we saw the kids in the truck. I hate to say you would have to, lie to get me to say what you wanted me to say, but it might have been that.
That we saw the kids in the truck?
When we were talking, there was a point where you just said, can I talk to my dad? You just want to tell him first.
I just wanted to, tell him that, that I loved him and that it's probably the last time you're going to see me again, as far as, outside of a cell.
Yeah. You're looking forward to it coming.
Yeah, because when just talking on the phone, it's just totally different when you see him, see a face, It's like when we got on that little video conference in Will County, it was like, that was all I could do to stop, just not to just break down on that phone. So it'll be good to see them
What do you get to do when they're here?
like this.
Like in a room like this with a
If there's a
table?
visiting center, like down in my unit, and I don't know what it looks like, but I know they said it's like tables, and it's pretty much they set up a time and you get a couple hours.
That would be good.
Just in that little center, and I'm not sure what else is in there, but I just know there's tables. I think there's like vending machines and stuff like that. But it'll be good to see them, and fortunately they can't bring their phones in or anything, so I was hoping they could maybe show me a video or two, but I think I'll have for a picture. But they pretty much want to let you come in with your ID. That's it.
Can they mail you still photos or anything like that?
Yep, they can do the still photo. This is sometimes they try to play a video over the phone for me. It's like, it's really like fuzzy and crackles a lot, so really can't hear anything.
If you have any other questions for us, or do you ever wonder, I wonder why they did this, or I wonder why the investigation went this way, or...
I mean, I think the first time I was brought in, I think it was like the 14th, I believe, when I met you that night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you told me there was a bunch of other people coming in for statements. Was that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a couple people.
Okay.
Yeah.
There were a lot.
There were a lot, actually, yeah.
Okay. So that
We had a
thing,
whole board worth of people listed and agents out.
They didn't get the attention you got that night, but
yeah, I just wish none of this had ever happened, honestly. It was just like you guys could have never had to come to within, you guys never had to meet me or anything like that. None of it ever felt real. Especially like when they put me in that suicide watch cell, and last thing that one of those guys said was like, "Good luck," and just slammed the door, and I was kind of knew from then on that was it.
And the deputy said that?
One of the guys, one like they call them the SOB guys, Special Operations Group in the Will County Jail.
Yeah.
That was it. Next morning, like when I got out to take a shower, I saw the newspaper and there was this big piece cut out of it. Know what that was about, and that's kind of saw like my last day around that go. It begins.
if we came back to talk to you someday, would you be glad to talk to us again? Okay.
Yeah, they just took me off guard. I had no idea.
Yeah.
We didn't really want to tell you we were coming just because we didn't want you to have anxiety about us coming.
I would have had anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we figured the blitz attack was probably the best course today.
It's like the first time we met.
Right. Oh, you knew when you were meeting me.
I just did, yeah. You just don't have all your props here today.
That's right. So are props, man. Those,
Sophisticated equipment,
It is.
right?
that's right. Sophisticated instrument.
I don't know that that's going to happen. We might not ever see each other again. But
I didn't think we would, honestly.
your experience is definitely interesting. You yourself are definitely interesting. We see things in you that we didn't expect to, and we don't see things in you that we expected to see. So it's very interesting to us, and it's. I hope you can take to heart that today was a lot about us learning how to do better, how to talk to people better, how to do investigations better.
I mean, like, I never talked to a police officer before, or like FBI, CBI, anything like that. So that was all new to me. Like I said, everything that I've ever seen as far as, you know, the authorities has been on TV. So I didn't know like what to expect, especially when I got that interrogation room. It just felt like it's exactly what it looked like. Just like, you know, you guys poke and prod and then leave. Come back in. It's like, give me time to stew. Give me time to like, you know, think. And just like, it works. It just really like, I don't know, just drills more questions into your own mind instead of like, you know, just staying in their room and just asking questions all the time.
Mm-hmm. You liked it when we took breaks? Like, you think that worked on you?
I did.
So you were like watching videos of girls at one point. Do you remember that? Them giggling and laughing and
Like when I was in the interrogation room.
yeah.
I don't remember that.
You don't?
I thought you already had my phone up.
No, we didn't take your phone towards the end. Towards the end.
Okay.
That was weird for me.
It's like when you put that picture in front of me,
Yeah.
and that's what probably made me do it. Because I didn't have a signal in there, but that's like the videos I had on my phone. It was just like, I wish I had taken those videos out more often before all that had happened. But yeah, that definitely got in my head a lot. I don't know where that picture was from because I've never seen that picture.
The one we showed you? Really?
I've never seen CC in that dress before.
Really? We talked a lot about that dress.
Yeah.
Is that just
And you were
you
saying
making it up?
I never saw her in that dress.
you were even telling us when she last wore
Yeah,
the dress.
he was. He was.
Boots.
Not that dress.
Those are her favorite winter boots, and she wears
Oh, the
them in
winter boots.
summer.
Winter boots, yeah, but that white dress was a little different. I've never seen that picture.
He said the dress.
No, because you talked about
He did.
buttoning it up.
Yeah.
You said, I remember because she just wore it the other day and I had to button up the
Yes.
back. And
Must have been a different dress, but not that one.
Ah. Ah.
Is that picture. Was that in North Carolina?
Oh,
I don't know where the
Pulled
picture
it
came
off of
from.
Facebook, Shannon's Facebook.
So maybe it was while you weren't there or something.
Might have been, yeah.
You don't recall that, huh?
seriously.
Because there's a lot of pictures, I guess, I didn't see when we were in North Carolina that my parents have. Like, especially like 4th of July and stuff, and I had like 4th of July dresses on and stuff like that. I never saw.
Oh.
Some I had on my phone, but you know, that white dress, and they're
Oh,
like they were like she was going to church or something.
I remember him
I
talking
just never
about
saw the
that.
white dress. And Bella's little dress that she had. Her little awkward smile there in the back.
Oh,
Yeah, that definitely got in my head and
oh.
did that.
When we had the picture out there for you. See, that, to us, it didn't feel like that because we
I know, I
really
didn't show
didn't
any
elicit any emotion.
I
Yeah.
don't show emotion that much.
I believe
It's like
nothing
my
now.
dad. It's like we don't
Nothing.
show emotion. Like
Were you fighting it down, or were you just not a guy to show it?
most of the time, I'm not a guy to show it. Like I hold it in as much as I can, and like you know, in my cell, I cry a lot, obviously, but like I'm not really a guy to show it.
Okay.
I don't know. I try to hold it as much as I can.
Yeah, you're a difficult guy to read. Especially at the house that day. That makes total sense now.
He's just proved
I
lying.
knew it was like because I was like in shock or just like disbelief or just like some people said I looked like I was a heartless, no soul person, soulless person. When they did like the TV interviews or something, I'm just like, I'm just glad I never saw it. I don't even want to know what I looked like, what I sounded like.
But you're obviously feeling it then, you just weren't.
Yeah, just like nothing registered at all.
Oh,
Everything was like just hard deep down, and then like I think it was just one night when I was in my cell, it just all hit me all at one point. Not the fact that I was in jail, but the fact that like everybody was gone,
Yeah.
and none of it. I think if it was like like if something happens to your family, like in like an accident, like a car accident, or like something like horrible like that.
I'm really sorry, guys. I need to stop this because he has just blatantly lied completely, and even the investigators have seen him blatantly lie. I can remember watching him in the first interview, and they showed him a picture, and he said, yeah, I remember. And if you go back and have a look, I'm going to go back and have a look as well. And he was talking about the dress she was wearing. Yes, I remember that, and I remember all this. And the last time I saw this, he remembers nothing now. Never seen the dress. Never seen that dress. Never buttoned it up. And even the investigators are saying, but you told us all about that dress. You said you buttoned it up. You went into specific detail about her wearing that dress. Now all of a sudden he's forgotten. Now somebody here, one of my friends on here, mentioned that you have to be a very, very good liar to remember. You have to remember. You have to have a really good memory to be a good liar. That's it. To be a good liar, you have to have an amazing memory. And he obviously doesn't. He doesn't. He literally has absolutely no recollection of what he said to the same two people that he talked about that dress with. It beggars belief, the whole thing. I mean, I don't know about you lot. I know you're probably the same. I had to disappear for a minute. It just got too much for me. It was just hideous listening to what those children went through. Just horrendous. So I disappeared for a while because I thought you don't need to see that. So I disappeared, sorted myself out, came back, and then I heard that. And how can we believe after hearing that at the very end, it completely invalidates everything else he said. Completely. He's a liar. He's an absolute liar. He can't help himself. I'm going to carry on. I'm sorry. I just had to stop it. And I'm ranting, and I'm ranting, but I am so angry. I'm so angry. all the emotions, and I'm sure you're exactly the same, all of the emotions under the sun have gone through me in this last, how long have I been with you lot? Hours. Every single emotion, oh God, it's insane. But I'm going to carry on. But I just had to stop it there and talk to you about that because I couldn't hold it in. So I'm not ranting. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, it's just so hard, isn't it? It's just right. I'm gonna carry on. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to say that because I don't like liars at all. And like I said, you have to have a very good memory, and he obviously doesn't, does he? Because he forgot all about that. The investigators didn't forget. They were right on it. They knew. Right.
Yeah, registers at one point. Like, you did it. I don't know if like it just doesn't register at one point. It's like in my head, it never registered.
Does it seem real now?
Oh, it feels real. Like every day. Like I see pictures, I just know like, you know, where they were at when they were doing that. You know, where, you know, when I first had like some type of hearing over the phone, and I heard like Frank and Sandy and Frankie and them, they were on the phone, and I forgot what kind of hearing it was. Something about like a probate hearing or something. I knew exactly where they were in the back. I heard the birds chirp. I knew they were on the back deck, and I just like walked back to my cell, just balled my eyes out. I knew exactly where they were. I don't know how many times the girls were back there, and it's just weird how emotions process differently for me than everybody else. Like something like you said, if you lost your kids in the grocery store for 5 seconds, you'd be a mess. And then like, you know, for me it'd be like, you know, I'd be panicked, but I probably wouldn't cry. I'd be like looking around trying to find them, but it's just like this process is different for me. I never knew why. Never know why. I don't want to think I'm like a cold-hearted person. It's just a matter of just don't show the emotion as much as other people do. Even when, like, you know, the girls left North Carolina, like, you know, her Chan's brother and mom and dad were all crying when they left. It's just kind of like, you know, I never really saw my parents get like that when they left. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's like you're born that way.
Like your family doesn't show emotion like that? Is that what you're saying? Yeah,
like, you know, my dad couldn't really speak at the sentencing hearing because he said he was kind of like, he said he was going to lose it. Like lose his emotions. Like, that really hit me. It's kind of like, I never seen him, like, you know, like that.
Like vulnerable?
Like, nobody really ever seen me that way either. That's why, like, maybe I just...
Was it ever like you're sissy if you're like that, or was it just something you just never did?
I never saw my dad cry, so maybe it's just something that, you know, was imprinted in my brain that maybe I should never cry.
Was your mom like a loving mom, like a doting mom, and you know would give you affection and hugs and kisses?
Oh yeah, she'd always like ask me like, you know, what was going on. Like, she said I was always hard to read. She never knew what was going on.
But did she still try and give you affection even growing up?
Yeah, she always, my sister was always a parent. Like, it was always like what was going on. She's always open with me. It was always just, you know, closed off. And she always wanted to know what was going on, like how I felt. And I just like, oh, okay. That's all I give her. Even if something was wrong, like I would have probably never said anything. Because like I'll deal with it myself. But I don't know if that just growing up that way just kept me that way. Deal with things on your own, but then they build up so much that you can't deal with them, and they take a hold of you never thought in a way could take hold of you.
So you think it was a result of just bottling up for so long?
Definitely.
What do you remember your dad saying at sentencing?
I remember there was a scripture, it was a 1 John 1-9, and then like a lot of it, their representatives said for him, and my mom said a lot. My mom spoke, but everything my dad had written down, the person said. But you know, he was talking about going to Little League games and races and stuff like that. going to being my coach and everything like that. So now, I can experience the same type of joy doing that for my girls.
I remember your mom saying she loves you and she always will.
Yeah.
That was pretty important to hear.
I think at the end she said, "I forgive you, son."
Yeah, that's big, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And your dad, when we came here today, we were just hoping and praying that you would take your dad's advice. Do you remember what he said? I hope if you ever get a chance to talk, you can talk about it.
Okay.
And I think that's what today was. Don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was. Didn't expect it to be today.
Yeah.
So DA made some comments during that sentencing hearing about your emotions and having no emotions, or you remember all that?
Yeah, just like, he lied to us from the start and a couple other things. I believe that's what he was saying.
What do you think? Do you think he was anywhere close to? What do you think of? Basically, what is your opinion of what he said in that?
I mean, it's going to be, taking all his evidence and putting it into the story that he wanted to convey. And like, if you don't know me, that's where you're gonna portray me. Like, if you take everything from August 13th to now, like, that's how people are gonna know. There's no other way people are gonna opinionate themselves about me just by what they see right there.
Right.
They're gonna say, okay, they look at the guy that did the interviews on the 14th, and they see, okay, that guy should be like, on his hands and knees, like crying his eyes out. And what's he doing? He's just like, he's just talking.
Right.
And they're just like, no, I know. And maybe got some information maybe from like her friends saying like he was cheating on her or something like that. He's a cold person. He was, trying to do this and that. It's like, they don't know me. That's always going to be their opinion about me. Because there was one church service, the only one I've been able to go to in here, and it said you're not defined by one moment in your life. And I think that's like, people are defining me by one moment in my life. They don't know like what happened before or what can happen later.
Okay.
So I just hope that, hopefully one day people stop judging everybody. There's tons of people in here that, I don't even want to know what they did because I don't want to judge them. Like, like, I'm not that person. Like, they know what I did. I'm not going to ask them what they did.
Makes sense. You did show some emotion during that hearing. What part did you think you felt most emotional?
I felt when Frank was talking about, I didn't know what to expect when he first started talking, but he said I was the evil monster, and that rang in me, and he said I tossed him away like garbage, and that hurt. And when Sandy was talking about that video about it was calling me your hero, and that triggered it a lot there. And when Frankie was saying, like, I'll never be called uncle again, but you'll never be called a dad again. That really stung. But, when my parents got up there, just hearing my mom and dad talk, just like, they really couldn't look at me, but I just felt like, everything they said, saying they forgive me and that, I'm still their son. No matter what.
Yep.
I know, like, even my attorneys told me, like, you need to show a little more emotion, because I guess first time I went to the courtroom, I didn't know what to expect. I was still, like, new to everything, just in shock about what was going on, and they said I was just a cold person, just looking at me. So when I did the plea and at the sentencing hearing, it just all of it felt just more real than anything.
I remember growing up, my pastor used to tell me it's better to be 1 foot out of hell facing heaven than 1 foot out of heaven facing hell.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's you. You've been to hell and now you're facing the right direction.
I definitely feel like I never knew I could have a relationship with God like I do now, but that's like the amazing grace with all of this, but I just wish nobody had to pay any kind of price for this. I know there's a purpose for everybody. I just hope that I can find mine.
Well, I think you're seeking peace, right? That's good.
It's the only thing you really can do right now is to seek peace and pray that everybody can find it too.
Good.
For everybody that was involved, like for all of you and just all your team and everybody. Friends, anybody that was involved.
What do you want to happen with this information?
I mean, I know you're probably going to tell Frank and Sandy and Frankie, just kind of give them a little closure, right?
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to tell them. Obviously, you know Sandy better than I. She wants to know everything. But I'm going to digest a little bit before I talk to them about it. So I don't think there's any rush on that. And then, but other than that, I have no intention of talking to anybody outside of law enforcement. But what would you like to see happen with it?
I mean, I'd like to tell my parents, like, you know, when they get here, instead of like finding out anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I know like they've been bombarded with information from like, you know, from the Amanda girl to the Trent guy to from like people going on Inside Edition saying they knew me or went out with me or had like whatever else with me. And it's like I don't want them to think that it's like other like false information going out there because like people are getting hold of information like where did they get this information from type deal. You know? So,
Would you like to see those people charged?
you know, people take advantage of situations and you know they gotta honestly don't have to look into themselves and just figure out why they did it themselves. So I mean I don't think charging them would help. I think they just need to work out whatever they got going on within themselves. I mean,
Did you ever have a profile on Tinder or anything like that? Any of those dating websites or anything?
no. I just have Facebook, Instagram. I didn't even know what the WhatsApp thing was called. That's when I was like, John,
You never heard of that?
no, I was just like, I don't even know what that is, man. This guy's fishing for something. Sorry you had to waste your time and go out there and talk to him.
It was a big time waster.
It was a big waste of time.
Yeah. But you would not want to be listed as a victim in that case, as far as him being charged with like.
Try to get their 5 minutes, 50 minutes of fame, whatever they want to do with this. I mean, that's on them. I mean, if he's willing to do that, then he needs to figure out what's going on with himself before, like, you know, I don't think charging him with something's going to fix that. So it'd just be a waste of time, I think.
Anything else before we send you away?
Don't be afraid to ask.
How are things in Colorado now? I mean, since all this happened, everything's quiet now, everything's cool and
Well, we had another guy murder his fiance, girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. So that's the 8/11 news too. I'm sure you've probably seen that on the news. No.
everything here is based. I think the only thing here was like that Jamie Kloss thing. I don't know if you heard about that.
Oh yes, we were just talking about that out front.
That the girl was kidnapped.
Yeah.
Escaped after like 90 days.
That's crazy.
He'll probably come here. Very
Yeah,
likely
they
here.
said he's in some county jail. Is that right?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying? Barron or something?
Barron County.
Yeah, so all I see here is like the stuff I try to, it's like everything happened here. So you guys stay tonight there, watch out. Sorry.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Do
like
you mind if I take a picture of you just to show what you look like now? You just look so different than.
Just, you know, like,
It's not gonna go on social media or
Okay.
anything. It's just for like our own records.
okay,
Is that okay?
that's fine.
Were you you asking him something while they were
No, I was just gonna say it's like the roads in the back aren't carrying up, you know. More.
I know. When it's snowing, it's horrendous.
My days of ice racing, actually.
Of ice racing?
Yeah, we had spikes on the tires then, so.
Oh.
All right, Chris, really much you get back to your day. Want to finish your drink?
Yes. They will let me take that back. Yeah, I had to shave. They recommended I change my appearance at the RDC. So.
Why is that? So people didn't recognize you? No.
Yeah, I just shaved it all off. And that razor, like I said, the razor they have here, it's a single blade. So like I'm
A
like,
safety razor, right?
so it's more than safe. It's more safety than actually a razor.
That's why it doesn't shave.
It's like a sharp rock or
Just imagine shaving the same spot for like 5 minutes, and then finally
something starts going.
it starts. They gotta like warm it up or something. I don't know.
You better be better just plucking them out. Oh, my fingers or something.
Everything here is for safety, so like, yeah, I think like once I get moved to GP, I could have something different. So,
Oh, that makes sense.
because most of the guys in my unit can't have razors, so that's
Well, that makes you feel better, probably.
well, they might have to watch me. Other guys, they stand next to them while they shave. That would be kind of weird.
Oh.
So do you have any other jobs, like if, like fleet, would you be able to work fleet maintenance or anything like that?
I got classed down to like a minimum, or like a low medium. They have guys that like run across the street to like a records building and work over there. I don't know, like, you know, they said it takes a while to get classed down from like maximum to medium.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure like if they've, I don't know if they'd ever take that to Colorado, or I don't know what their plan would be.
Right.
I'm not sure if that happens or not.
Yeah. That's all pretty secretive and then right up to the minute they do it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
You guys gonna do exploring around here?
So, everything's covered in snow. It's
We were
freezing.
such wimps when we walked out.
Guys, I think I'm worried my live is going to go down in a minute. It's finished anyway. What I'm going to do, thank you so much for listening to that. That is it. That's the end. Oh my God. Just so many emotions. And I'm sure you're all the same wherever you are, all over the world. We're all the same, aren't we? And we're all going to be having the same emotions and the same is going to go through our heads. I need to go. I will be back though. I would love to see you all again. I need to go. I was a mess a little bit earlier. That's why I didn't want to be on here, because I thought I just need to do this on my own. This is something I need to do privately. But I need to just go sort myself out, have another cup of tea, and I will be back with you. So if you can give me 15 minutes, I'll be back. So give me 15 minutes just to sort myself out, have a cup of tea, and I'll be back with you if that's okay. And I will be, because I think my life's going to go anyway. So will you be back with me? All of you. Purple. I was wearing purple butterflies for her, for the children. That was absolutely horrendous. I did not think it would be that bad. I can't even get my head around it. I can't. I need to go and do that now. I need to go and just, well, I never will. I'll never get my head around it. It's all insane. So I'll be back, all right? I'm going to go for about 20 minutes just to sort myself out, splash cold water on my face and do all that, and I'll be back with you in a moment if that's okay. I want to chat with you. I want to find out exactly what you think, we've all listened to it together. I've never heard this before. I've done it with you. This is the first time I've heard any of it, which is why it was so emotional. So I'm going to go. Stop the live now. It's going to go anyway, I'm sure. But I will be back with you. Give me 20 minutes and I'll be back. All right? I need to speak to you all. I need to. So I'll see you in a second. I love you all so much. I love you. Love you. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, sweetie. You're in Ireland as well. Oh, thank you. And I will speak to you soon. Take care. Love you all lots. And I will be back with you. Literally, I promise you, 20 minutes.